You guys really?
He's talking about making in front of the computer, though. Huh?
Too.
Oh, that one. Well, that one's a little different. Yeah.
But that's got that feeling.
Do you guys really just make music you want? Don't you guys feel any pressure of a record company or whatever?
Well, the thing is that you want to get a record company to work for you. You want them to be motivated because it's what you do. You want to have them working for you and not ignoring you. So what you try to do is write the songs you're going to write and kind of trick them into thinking that it's something they can understand and work with, you know? It's a very fine line. I mean, the thing is that our lives are dependent on the record company because they're the people that sell our records. I mean, it is possible to write records that sell, that can motivate a record company and still be good songs. And that's kind of where we fit. I mean, if we wanted to write a record that wouldn't motivate a record company, I think we all have side projects that do that already, you know? Mr. Bungle, definitely, you're not going to get Polygram doing a major press push on Mr. Bungle, ever. And they don't want to be. And then that has nothing to do with the point of why they exist. But, I mean, we have a thing where I think that we can exist on a pretty large scale, and it can still be pretty good.
You guys could exist on a mega scale.
By the same token, though, I think you'd say, whether you agree or not, is that none of us really has the first fucking clue really what sells when it comes right down to it. I mean, it's very hit or miss, right? I mean, we don't really know. We don't really know anyways.
You guys could have cashed in big after Easy with another ballad-like hit song with a rock guitar on it.
Yeah, but we didn't, we were, that was a hit in Europe, and we were in America, and we never knew it was a hit until, we came back with the last record, and our manager goes, well, I'll tell you, Easy really was a big hit last time. I'm like, oh, thanks for telling us.
No, we didn't know.
Yeah. We didn't do well in the States, because I was like, this is...
No, it didn't. Didn't do well at all.
Do anything with it at all, yeah, nothing.
They dropped the ball. They admitted later, it's like, oh, well, and that's not really working here, and then... This is like typical record company, and they come back in the States and they go, well, we admit we dropped the ball on that one. It's like, oh, hey, thanks a lot, you know?
So you guys, you don't have the recipe for big money making songs?
If we did, we'd be a lot richer than we are.
You guys care?
Well, everybody likes to make a living, right?
You guys can live of it, come on.
What?
You guys can make a living, right?
We're making a living, but I mean, shit, more money is better, right? Wouldn't you like more money? If I gave you $1 million, did you take it?
Probably.
Listen to this guy. Yeah, I think about it. I guess so.
She just said it depends on what you have to do for it. And for us, that's never been in question. It's always been, we're going to do what the hell we want to do. That's never been debatable. That's never been arguable. We recorded Easy because we wanted to. Yes, it was a B-side originally, but we recorded it and put it in our set because we wanted to. It was the antidote to War Pigs. That it's never been in question that Faith No More is going to do what works for us first. But as he said, it'd be nice if you could do a little business off of it or make things work off of it. We feel that, we
cut our own throats as much as we help ourselves, and we do a lot of stupid things that probably cost us a shitload of.
You guys should issue the ballad song, which I forgot the title. You must excuse me. There's this really.
There's a couple.
She Loves Me Not Right.
Yeah. That's a weird one though. It's like, you know what that song is like? It's like Take This Bottle on the last record. I think it's a really good song and what it is, but I think it's also the kind of song if Faith No More does it, people wouldn't like it because they would say Faith No More doesn't do songs like this. I think so, but much as I hate to admit it, I think that's a problem. A lot of people...
Evidence probably too, right?
Right. I mean, a lot of people didn't like Faith No More last record because they didn't have enough keyboards, and Faith No More has keyboards. And not whether the song needs a keyboard or not, it's more, what does this band do? How does it fit into my map of this band? And I think a lot of people think like that. And that's why I think that song probably might not make it as a hit single type thing, because they don't want to hear Faith No More do it. They want us to be a heavy metal band or whatever they want us to be.
That's sort of the Faith No More concept. Faith No More as Village People, He does that. He's the cowboy. He's the heavy guy. He's the keyboard guy. He's the pop guy.
This guy wears rubber pants.
It's that way. It's that way. People have that idea, and that's that's what it is to them. And sometimes it's wow.
It's like we gotta quit. Shit.
But it's like falling in love with a picture. You know what I mean? It's like falling in love with a picture.
I don't get you, but
That's how you look at that moment in time, at that particular second, and your mouth is maybe like this because you're saying something, but it's gone. It's fleeting. You know, if it's a band and it's about music, it's going to be transitory. It's going to be fleeting. It's going to be evolving, for better or worse or something. It ain't going to be the same. So, you know, people can tend to get attached to that particular one thing and hold on. And especially for us, that's real dangerous because it's got tons of different faces, you know, at any given moment. So it's, you know, it's dangerous.
Okay.
there's another thing I was going to ask you guys about. You're in the same show with this really famous Dutch guy who does neuro-linguistic programming. You ever heard about that? It's some guy,
Well, I guess
Anthony Robinson or something from the States.
Robbins? We're on the
found-
same show as Anthony Robbins.
Who is?
We are.
What show?
This show.
This guy, you know that? You know it?
No. Is he going to be
Believe
the
in
DJ?
yourself.
There you go.
Believe in yourself. You can do it.
What do you
Pray,
think?
have
pray,
the
pray,
potential.
don't listen to Anthony Robbins. Pray to the devil and you'll get whatever you want.
Yeah, that's how he got it.
Shit. So pray for $1 million, man. Oh, you got that already. Come on.
The secret, I'll tell you right now, if you want to know, you know what the secret to success is?
What is it?
Nobody's wanted to tell you this, but Anthony Robbins will agree. Success is having a good dentist.
well, thanks a lot for that.
It's that $1 million smile that gets him every time.
Shit. But you guys know the guy. He's famous in the States, right?
Shit, yes. He's
I like
advising the fucking president for crying out loud.
No way.
Yeah, he does. He advises Clinton.
Not only that, he's advising like all the famous, every basketball players and all these people are coming in to win the championship. You know, what do you have to do? Call Tony Robbins and the.
He's charged like $1 million a consultation to some people. But you know what? I think he's a great guy, and I think that I do. I mean, for all this, I don't want to make fun of the guy. I still admire him completely, and I think that he's one of the great things about America, right there.
Don't you think it's like really cheap? Just some nutcase yelling like you can do whatever you want, and then
Any nutcase can make $1 million. That's the
point.
beauty.
You know, you can nail together two different scams that nobody's nailed together before, and you know, get over it for a while.
do you
Kind of
think
like the music business.
It is the music business.
do you think people are stupid that they go for that? That they like want to listen to this guy telling them things they could already know if
I
they
don't
had a
think
brain?
I don't think it's about intelligence. I think that if you're appealing to things, you can get beyond that and sort of touch them at a deeper thing where it's
Yeah.
more like instinctual.
Anthony's got the animal
And
magnetism.
you really appeal to their, you know, you appeal to their instincts. You know, to me, it's more like that.
Also, you know, people in the States work pretty hard and they have pretty tough lives, and I think they don't have time to think about a lot of things that Anthony is happy to remind them about. And, you know, so it does them a service too. I mean, I think a lot of people who do listen to his stuff probably do get a lot out of it. And, you know, God bless him, and God bless Anthony.
Maybe they didn't make any Machiavelli on like videotape or cassette, so you could listen to it in your car. So he's just sort of coming along and updating the message. You know,
So he's the new Machiavelli.
in a convenient format.
It's
You know,
basically exactly what it is, yeah.
in a convenient.
Like kill all your enemies and you're the victor.
Well, that's more like, that's not
the
so
art
much
of war.
Anthony Robbins. That's
Sun
yeah.
Tzu, The Art of War. That's what all the yuppie stockbrokers read in the 80s.
Yeah.
This is a little different, you know.
Yeah.
That's like, I wrote that book too, and it's like, the army is like water. It flows down the mountain. And it's like, it goes on.
always won before it has begun.
It goes on like that for like 100 pages. I was like, well,
Shut up.
you're supposed to win a war with this.
No, it's really true.
Yeah, but the head of Nabisco reads it, so it must be good.
Michael Douglas read it in that movie, you know, and that was where it was at, and everybody then combed their hair like him and wore a pink shirt, and alligator loafers, and
So what did you guys read for this album?
What do we try to do?
You guys read for this album.
Oh, read. Man.
Vodka labels, right?
No, read a yeah. No, that was after the album. I went to Russia after we finished this album.
Think about it.
yeah, I don't know what I did read. I read on the Aussie tour, and I can't even remember what I was reading. Oh, I read this really cool guy called a Japanese author. I really like Japanese author called Osamu Dazai, Dazai. He wrote this book called No Longer Human. It's really I really like depressing books, really horrible, foul, black books. And this was a Japanese can write depressing books like nobody else, because it doesn't just involve like physical horribleness, but like the guilt, and the shame and the, that sort of stuff. And it was a great book. It's called No Longer Human.
You read Yukio Mishima?
Mishima is one of my 2 to 3 favorite writers. I think I've read everything he's ever done.
So the depressing top 10 must be like Celine,
Celine.
Mishima.
Yeah.
Ouch. He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the man. And somebody told me he was a fucking rotting Nazi bastard, and it really bummed me out. He's my favorite writer. Celine and Mishima, and there's Maldoror, which is a Comte de Lautremont, which is epic poetry about how beautiful it is to be horrible, and all that shit. Yeah, but Celine's the man.
So you're a cheerful guy, right?
I love those books. I love them all.
There's a book, the one that came out last year by Martin Amis, The Information, which is probably, I think, for writing this record, for me, was the definitive book.
Thank you guys a lot.
Yeah.
Was that better than Money?
It was a lot different.
Yeah, because I remember.
It's a horrible.
Because Money is rotten too. That's a rotten.
No. This.
Is it worse? I should get it then.
It's not
cool
a good
that you
book.
know about Celine.
It's not a good book. It's
But-
a great book.
yeah,
It's
okay,
not a good
yeah,
book,
there you go.
So could you give our listeners a recipe for successful living?
No, unfortunately, I can't.
Be extremely stubborn, and right when you think you should give up, stick it out for another 5 years.